Everyone, this is Adit back again with another video. So in this video we are going to build a React application using serverless backend, and we are going to use AWS Amplify. And so basically the AWS Amplify is a framework that provides the following products and building full stack applications. It can be integrated with React Native or web applications and mobile applications as well. So we are going to integrate it with a reactjs, of course. And yeah, so for that I have already created a React application and it is running on localhost. So here you can see I have done nothing in this React application, just to initialize it using npx create react app. And now what we're going to do is like first of all, to use amplify AWS Amplify, you need to install it. To install the AWS Amplify, we're gonna need to run this command in our terminal, like sudo install globally AWS Amplify CLI. I have already installed it, so I'm like there's no need for me to install it again, but still I am doing it. Let's see what happens. Sorry. And we are going to use sudo enter. So this is going to ask for the password. I'm going to add my password, and basically I have already installed it, so this is just going to update it, I guess, if there is any update available. So once that installation is complete, we are going to configure our Amplify CLI to like AWS. I hope you guys already have your AWS account, and you have just logged into your AWS account as well. Like I have already logged in. And yeah, so now let's see if okay, so our Amplify CLI is installed now. Now what we're going to do is like configure it. To do that, we can just type Amplify Configure. I might have one user configured already, so let me check. This will walk you open the AWS, and then what it is going to do is like it will ask whether you want to continue or not. So I will put the continue, and I'm going to put the reason US ist 1, and username, like let's put a username called react tutorial. And this will create another console, and inside the console we are just going to give it programmatic access. Now just next, and we are going to all the administrative access. That's completely fine. And just go to, let's not do that, we just move to tag, and we are going to add a tag called queues, and we are going to have like YouTube tutorial AWS Amplify, then next and review. Here the tag is added as well. And now what we are going to do is like create the user, and don't close this screen because we are going to need this access ID and secret access key. So now let's open our terminal and hit enter over here, and this is asking for the access ID. So let's just copy our access ID and paste it over here, and the secret access key as well. So let's just show it and copy it, and we're gonna add this to our terminal as well. And the profile name, let's keep it to real. Yeah, so our user is successfully added. Now you can just see if there's nothing called I think this won't show any user as of now, I think. inside this. Okay, so we haven't initialized Amplify in our project. That's why it is not showing anything to us. We are going to inside our application, React application. Inside the React application, we are going to run Amplify init, and this will initialize a directory over here. Like enter the name of the project. I'm good with like AWS Amplify tutorial, and this is going to show us like it has added the name AWS Amplify environment dev and Visual Studio Code, everything. Like it has also recognized the JavaScript framework React, and yeah. Now we're just going to enter, and we are going to have the AWS profile, and we will go with the profile that we have just created, YT tutorial. Just add that, and I hope that is visible. Okay, let me increase the size of my terminal in case if it is not visible. So this initializing process will take some time because it is going to create a lot of things, and it is going to create like one directory over here in our project file as well, and as well as like in the cloud it is going to do a lot of stuff like creating the DynamoDB and everything. So yeah, let it finish, and after that we will start from here. Yeah, now you can see like it has created a Amplify uh, folder over here, and it has also created AWS export, right? Now if you go to your AWS console, Amplify console, it has created a app inside the AWS Amplify, and if you just click on this, okay, it will show like we are in the dev environment and the hosting environment is not there, only backend environment is there. So this will show our app. Now what we are going to do is like create a API for this project. Okay, and we can check the now we can check the status as well. So let's just amplify status. As you can see, there is nothing as of now, just current environment dev, and it has no table, no resources, nothing. Now what we're going to do is like create a API. So to add the API, if you just let me walk you through the help that Amplify provides. You can also see that. So if you can see, these are the help, like we have initialized it, we have configured it. Push and pull, we will do that later, and like when we will initialize our API, then we will push this as well. Here you can see where categories, notification, these are the services that we can use, like notification analytics function, geo hosting interaction prediction, API auth, and all those stuff. So first of all that we are going to do is we are going to use API, and yeah, so let's see how API is how we can use the API. So we are going to just write Amplify API and enter. So oh sorry, I need to add like some command, like I haven't added the add. So Amplify add API, then it will initialize that, and we are going to use the GraphQL API. So just enter, and it is asking for like data store required to conflict detection, everything, name, authorization mode. We haven't added any authorization as of now. Conflict detection, continue. We are just going to continue with this, and we are asking AWS to create a schema like single object, one too many, and blank schema. So we are going to go with the single schema, which will just basically create a schema with ID, name, and description, which is like an to-do application. So let's just hit enter. And now this is going to ask few more questions. Is like, do you want to edit the schema? So we are going to put yes, and choose the default editor. We are going to use the Visual Studio Code, of course. Yeah, so this has created like everything, and I hope that everything that I did was visible. Sometimes it becomes okay. And now I forgot to push the code. Like we need to use we can check the amplify status first, and once you check the amplify status, it will now show that the API has been added. This is GraphQL API. Here you can see like API, this service we are using API, and resource name Aws Amplify tutorial and creation, and we just created it, so that's why operation create and provide plugin. Now what we're going to do is like just amplify and push the code. So we just push, and this is going to take some time definitely, because this is uploading files, and there might be many things involved that this is working on. Okay, so this will ask, are you sure you want to continue with this, like the status we checked, right? It has create API create operations. Yes, we are going to continue with this. And do you want to generate code for your newly created GraphQL API? And we are going to yes with this one as well. And we are going to use the JavaScript. We are not using TypeScript or Flow. So, and we are going to hit enter over here as well. And this will create like generate GraphQL operations, queries, and mutations. So let's just hit enter, and just hit enter. So this is creating the resources to in our cloud, and after that we will have to see in our AWS console that everything is created, like schemas and everything. So we will look into that just after this process completes. Like this will take some time, and once this process is complete, we are going to get back and start implementing our API. Yeah, so now this has created a few files as well. Like inside here you can see like it has created queries, mutations, schema .json, schema.jsons, and subscriptions as well. So like inside subscription you can see it is basically the generated schema, and on delete. And inside the amplify you will have to see inside the backend amplify, and here we have the schema model, schema.graphql. We will do the, like if we need to do any changes that we are going to do, we are going to do over here, and this will get updated accordingly. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to install few packages. Instead of like let me walk you through the AWS dashboard first, and after that we will go there. So where are we? Okay, now if you just go to app sync, and here you will have to see like this API is created. We have just created this API using our CLI, and if you go to this API, you will have to see like we have schema, and schema is auto like generated by all the information that we gave to the Amplify CLI while I mean, what did we do right now? Like while just pushing the code, while we push the code, and inside the data source you can see like we have a to-do table, but we don't have anything inside it as of now. because we haven't added the data. If you go to items, you will see there is no items over here, nothing as of now. Now you can also see the queries. We will use these queries, and we will first we will mutate some data, and after that we will have to do some query. Like we can do the query right now as well, but it will return nothing, as we don't have anything inside our table. So let's just do that. Let's see what this returns. We are going to query for the ID, created at, description, and what else? We have name as well. So let's just go with the name, and we don't need a skate to do. This one was the first function. We are just going to list to do, and we just execute this command. And as we can see, item is empty array. There is nothing in it. So now we are just going to create a to do. So to create a to do, what we can do is more mutation, and we are going to have create to do, and over here we are going to have create to do and input. And then I hope you guys are aware of how GraphQL syntax work, and if not, then you need to figure out you can watch some of the videos available in YouTube, and there you can learn the GraphQL, and then it's just a basic thing, by the way. So that's why I'm not going deep inside the GraphQL. I'm just this tutorial is just I'm trying to keep this on like React on and AWS only, Amplify, AWS Amplify, I mean. And we're just going to add this is first to do. Instead of to do, let's just have shopping, and inside the description you can also have some stuff, and we don't need to put the ID. ID is required over here, but it gets auto generated by the GraphQL. And then what we're going to need to do is we can query the data, what data we need to display. So let's just have an ID as well as description, and created at, and name. And now execute this command. We are going to create to do, and once you execute this, you will have to see ID is auto generated, and description is there, created at is there, and the name as well. Now what we're going to do is we'll try to query this same data to our React application. And now as we have some data, if we now query this my query function, list to dos, then it will also display all the to dos that we have. These are the to dos. Okay, and now let's go to our application, and we need to install few packages. Those packages are you can see these packages are available. It is inside the app sync, I guess. Here it is. If you can see, we have this one, Aws Amplify CLI. This one we have already installed. We haven't added any API ID as of now, and we are not adding these things. So not this one, I was talking about something else. So let me just grab those. We need to install this Aws Amplify to our React project. Earlier when we installed Aws Amplify CLI, we used global. Now we are not using the global, we are just installing this in our project. So to do that, you just need to run npm install Aws Amplify, and at the rate Aws Amplify UID. Hope you guys have to see, and if you're not, I will put this in a description as well, and just run it. And once you run this command, like what I'm trying to do is like consume that data that we have over in our data source, like DynamoDB. If you can see, like inside the data source, we will have that data that we have created right now. Let's go inside this, and here inside the items, this is the DynamoDB, and inside the DynamoDB we will have our items, right? This one, ID, to do a created at description shopping and the name shopping, right? Now if we can check this, like this is still installing. Once this is complete, we will have to like we will try to grab the same data over here as well. We'll just render it inside our app.js. Okay, so now the those two packages are installed in our project. Let me show you. If we go to our package.json, we will have to see like Aws Amplify, UI React, and Aws Amplify. Okay, and now what we can do is like, let's go inside the app, and over here we're going to import two things. And before that, we need to configure this as well, and we haven't done any configuration as of now. So let's go to our Aws Amplify. Let's go to this documentation. I'm missing something. And install Amplify CLI. Configure. After configuration, we have done all this part, and now we need to set up this inside React, right? And to add this in React, Add API, we have done this. We have also done this npm install. Yeah, we need to do this setup. We haven't done this yet. So inside the app.js, we need to just copy this and move it to app.js. Like you can see, we already have this AWS exports over here, and we are just importing it and passing this inside the Amplify CLI, Amplify Configure CLI. And after this, what we're going to do is we are not going to create first. We are just I'm just thinking of like if we go to GraphQL scheme, here we have on create to do, and this is the create to do, from where we're going to import GraphQL and to do. This is a create to do, and we can use these things, but as of now I'm just thinking of sticking with just grabbing those data from there and displaying it in our app. So now what we can do is we can write load data, a function, and this will be sync, and inside that we're gonna have const data and await API dot GraphQL operation, and we are going to use write a query first, which we haven't done yet. So let's write a query over here, and that is const get. Let's have a get to do, and sorry, and we are going to have, like, if you go to our query, where it is, inside the queries, and you can see like we have query, my query, and all this stuff. We can just copy this and use it over here. So let's just do that, and instead of my query, we're just going to list to do, and list to do's item ID and everything, right? Now we can just pass this get to do to our GraphQL operation, and after that we just console log this for now, and we are going to run this function inside use effect. I'll just save it and let's see if there is no error. Hopefully this will work, and this is going to take some time to compile. I could have just restarted my server, maybe that would have been much faster. I don't know. Yeah, so now if we go to our React application, we just inspect, go to console, and we can see an object list to dos. We have these items, we have this created at ID, description, everything over here. What we can do is now is create a state and then render it in our component, right? So state, we can have and to do set to do. Just close this up, and we don't need all this. We're gonna have a div, and inside the div we are going to have like first we need to set the to do with the data, and if we just log the to do, what we're going to get? To do, and we can just render for now just like Aws Amplify tutorial. And if we go over here inside the to do, we are going to have a list to do and then items, right? So what we can do, let's have a to do, then list to do. If I remember, it's list to dos. Okay, list to dos, then item, it's items again, dot map, and we are going to have here like to do. Let's have a t, I don't know, let's just put it. Inside here we are going to have h1. Inside the h1 we are going to have t dot dot name, I guess, name and description, right? We'll just put the name, and let's put t dot description as well. And if you can just save it, we can see like this is the name and this is the title. So this is how you like create a basic API using the Aws Amplify and render it to and connect it with your React application. And yeah, like this is how we're going to do with the GraphQL. You can use it to create a REST API as well. And these are all the, like, let me show you. These are all the stuff that we have, right? Functions and everything. Like we have just touched the schemas, data sources, and queries. I have just gave you the introduction of all those. And yeah, so this is it for this video. In the next upcoming videos, if let me check if we can make more videos on this. Like, yeah, if this video is watched by more people, then I will think like I will create more videos on the Aws Amplify. And yeah, so if you like the video, consider subscribing, and thank you for watching.